I'm Ben. This is a group project for the Language and New Media module on disappearing content on social media. Reasons may vary, but we all use the internet nowadays. You've probably heard the phrase, nothing can be deleted from the internet. While it might be true, we still make use of content that deletes itself after a certain amount of time, and it solves the problem. Compared to a post or a blog entry, which feels solid and durable, this type of content feels more fleeting, informal and fast. I refer to this content that disappears after 24 hours as stories. Stories were first created by Snapchat back in 2013, acting as a way to chronologically compile snaps, quickly became the most used way of viewing content on the app. We also introduced a live stories function to be used at specific events like music festivals, where the participant stories get grouped together, providing a multiple perspective experience. In 2016, Instagram jumped in and implemented a story function too, differing from Snapchat in that it allowed users to pause, rewind and see a story more than once. This attracted many more users to the app, and stories became extremely popular, so much so that in 2021, 500 million use stories every day. It's also possible to create highlights of past stories on Instagram, which make chosen stories permanently available to the public. This in a way defeats the main affordance of disappearing content, also allows whatever content you want to be together in one place and in a chronological slideshow-like fashion. Many other apps and websites have joined the trend: Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Messenger, YouTube and Twitter. The name and look of the function may change, but the core values stay the same. It's content that disappears in 24 hours, shown in chronological order and grouped in one place. What do people think of this function? We interviewed some of our friends. Let's ask them.
Do you use Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Messenger, YouTube or Twitter?
So don't use LinkedIn, Twitter or YouTube. I use all the others.
Non tutti, però la maggior parte sì.
Yes, all of them.
All of them.
All of that for like different reasons.
Do you use the stories function on these social media platforms?
Sì, ma solo per Instagram.
No, I don't use the stories. I use the stories for Instagram,
Yeah.
for business, and that's it.
On Instagram I use the stories a lot. Snapchat I don't really.
Which of these apps do you prefer, and why is that?
I personally would actually prefer like Facebook stories, because I've been using Facebook like for, how many years? Like actually lots of years.
Probably Instagram, because I feel like you can do messaging, posts and stories, whereas something like Snapchat, obviously you can't do like posts as such. And then, I don't know, I feel like Instagram is the most well catered app to like everybody.
Instagram e Twitter. Twitter perché c'è un sacco di gente molto simpatica e Instagram per vedere che cosa fanno i miei amici. Sì, giusto per quello.
It's between Instagram and Facebook really, because since doing my art page, Instagram's been like my main. I only use Instagram, but when I used to do photography, I used Facebook.
Do you use the reply function on stories? How do you reply? Using words, emojis, pictures, etc.
If someone's put something on and I think it's cool, then I think it's just like a friendly thing to do. It's just like to reply to something, like, this looks amazing.
If someone's posted something really cool on their story, I will reply and be like, oh, I love this, that's so cool.
Sometimes depends on what they are and depends who they are. I would say I would usually give them like more likely I'm gonna give emojis, but I did reply
Di solito con frasi brevi, roba divertente comunque di solito.
Do you use the story highlights on Instagram? And if you do, why?
Yeah.
And why?
Just because I feel like they give a more informal view of my life on Instagram. So if somebody was to first follow me, by looking through my stories, I feel like they get a less formal kind of introduction rather than just my posts.
Yeah.
Non più, li avevo tempo fa ma ho deciso di toglierli.
Come mai?
Perché mi dava l'impressione di avere il profilo incasinato, troppe cose, quindi ho detto vabbè.
I never used that because I mean on Instagram I was not that active.
What do you like about stories? And also, what don't you like about stories?
I think I use them as just like an insight into kind of what I'm doing. Right, and then with my posts, it's actually like product.
I like that they're more like in real time kind of thing. I like that they give you kind of more accurate updates of what somebody's doing at that particular moment. But I do feel like whereas stories used to be a more like less filtered way of presenting your life and a less cultivated way of presenting your life.
I like that I can sort of promote different my pages on my different accounts. Like on my personal page, I can promote my other pages. What I don't like is it's like my art page. I've become really like number orientated on my Instagram. Like I'm like, this many people have seen my story, but I haven't got any more followers.
The good thing about stories is people can know what you're up to. They can actually just see what you're up to at that moment. I mean, people could just react with that like very quickly, and lots of people would take a notice about it.
Allora, cosa non mi piace delle storie? Non mi piace il fatto che ogni tanto non funzionino molto bene, cioè magari non te le carica tutte insieme, ci mette un po' a caricarle, o te le blocca, oppure non c'è la canzone che stavi cercando, oppure non so, l'audio non va bene, roba del genere. Invece cosa mi piace delle storie è il fatto che sono molto brevi, e quindi sì, che sono piccoli pezzettini che puoi skippare tranquillamente se non ti interessa.
If you were given the option of posts or stories, which would you choose? And why is this?
I probably prefer stories to posts because I feel like people do more like Q&As on them, and I don't know, I just feel like you get a more kind of a better understanding of somebody through their stories.
Yeah.
I don't like scrolling that much, I always look at people's stories more than their posts.
I think I would personally prefer posts because, posts could last like for a long time and people could just click in and see whenever they want to. And it's always a better place to spread the information rather than using stories.
Definitely posts on a feed.
Okay.
Because then they're there permanently, aren't they? They stay. Like I can post something onto my Instagram and unless I delete it, it's like always there.
Perché in generale preferisco i video rispetto alle foto e di solito nei post ci sono molte più foto che video, mentre nelle storie è il contrario.
Bene, grazie mille.
As you saw from Ryan's feeds, people use this function in different ways and on different occasions. The main focus is on the fleeting aspect of it, distancing stories from posts and regularly uploaded content. Stories are better suited for small and fast updates on one's life than posts. And they allow viewers to skip and choose which story to watch with a simple touch, rather than scrolling mindlessly on a feed. It's also possible to check who watched your stories, keeping track of the viewers in a way that isn't possible with normal posts. So how do you interact with disappearing content? Like more than normal posts? Let us know in the comments below.